Hello everyone, welcome back to the Philadelphia Soul Season Mode, Dynasty Mode, whatever you want to call it. We're here in Episode 8 after picking up the big win, or rather suffering the tough loss. I was trying to remember where we were at. The tough loss against the Nashville Cats here in the low-scoring affair. We did sim the game against the Georgia Force, and we managed to pick up the win. It was kind of a shootout here, but we had a massive first quarter on offense and defense, holding the Force to 0 points in the first frame, which kind of cemented our victory over the Force, even though they did pick it up in the rest of the game. So today we are going to play the Colorado Crush, who I believe are in the American Conference or in the other side of the league. But they are off to an amazing start this year at 9-3. Still, their rankings kind of mirror ours. They have a lot of low-tier rankings here. They have a pretty bad offense, a running offense, and rushing or total defense. So their defense is bad, and they can't run the ball very well. But our everything is pretty bad. Our rankings are still bottom tier in the league in a lot of areas. I think our offense really struggles, and our defense hasn't been that great either. So we're just an all-around kind of a struggling team, but we have clawed our way up to 7-4 on the year. So I'd hate to keep talking about playoffs still this early on in the season, but things are looking pretty good if we can at least manage to keep winning some games. So if that manages to be the case, then yeah, we can start talking about things like that. But I don't think it's I don't think it's a far shot from where we are right now. I think we've done a good job of kind of getting our hat back into things after kind of starting off pretty slow on the year. We had a couple really tough games to start things off, and we've since kind of rectified a lot of that. We've won a lot of big games, especially against the Desperados a few weeks ago. That was a massive one, but losing that game to Nashville was kind of crushing. That was the kind of game that you have to win, and there you see our divisional standings. So we are still second in the division here, but we are a few games off from Dallas. So we gotta cover some ground if we can, if at all possible. Win as many games as possible. And this is going to be a tough one to win, and already Colorado's making our defense look absolutely silly. Thankfully, one of our defenders can teleport and make that tackle, or that touchdown-saving tackle. But now Colorado has flipped the field, and they have a prime opportunity to get into the end zone inside the 15-yard line. But they're going to lay up a nice, freshly baked interception for our defense, man. It'll float that one right across the middle, and just an absolute mess, tangled web of players. A terrible, terrible decision by Colorado's quarterback. But hey, it works out for us. So on third and very short now from the 20-yard line, our 20-yard line, man in motion. Graziano is going to pitch this one off to our fullback, who shakes off one man and then gets sent over the boards by the next man. But hold on, man. Our tight end is grabbing too much jersey, so that's a hold, and it's going to come way back, and we're going to have to reshuffle the deck and try this one again on a nice pickup on the ground. We don't really have too many of those, but now it's going to be 3rd and 13 from our own 10-yard line, so pretty much just erasing everything that we've done. We're going to have to try this one again. So on 3rd and 13, Graziano's going to drop back, and under immense pressure, that ball gets batted down, and Mike Brown somehow comes up with it, but gets absolutely floored after getting about 5 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 7 now. We're going to keep the offense on the field because neither team can really complete anything on offense, and Graziano's going to drop back. He's got plenty of time, floats it out to the left side of the field, and finds an open receiver, but he gets bashed into the boards well before the first down marker, so it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Colorado's going to get amazing field position now late in the first quarter, and they get it to about within inches of the first down marker, so we're going to try and punch this one into the end zone if at all possible. It's ripped across the middle to an open receiver just behind some defenders, and Colorado's going to hit the scoreboard first and take a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. So, and again, another struggling game, sloppy game on offense for both teams involved. We have another 3rd and very long situation from about midfield. Graziano's going to drop back and float this one out, and he finds, I believe that's Smith who hauls that one in and is brought down after picking up the first down. So from about the Colorado 6-yard line now, we're going to try and get into the end zone. We might try and run it here. We'd love to do that, but we're going to try and stick through the air, and Graziano floats this one to the corner of the end zone, and that one was covered absolutely beautifully by Colorado's defense. But we're going to keep the offense on the field for 4th and goal because we cannot keep having the stagnation on offense. We got to get some points if at all possible, man. Touchdown specifically, not just field goals. So Graziano with a nice clean pocket again finds a wide open receiver in the back of the end zone along the boards, and that is going to be the first Philly Soul touchdown of this game here, and it comes late in the first half, but we do manage to tie the game. Our defense has done very well against Colorado so far, so we can't ask for too much more than that if our offense is going to kind of stagnate. But The Crush come up with a massive reception that gets them deep into our territory inside the 20-yard line. So we're going to cut to 3rd and 5 now for Colorado on this drive. We have a chance to get them off the field and maybe force them to just take 3 points. The quarterback's going to drop back and get rid of this one in a hurry, and we have everyone all over that. And there was even a holding call, so we're gonna decline that and just send the Crush to 4th and 5 and make them have to send out the kicker to try and take 3 points. And this one is up, and it is very good, as that it's essentially just a chip shot for Ball, the Colorado Crush kicker. So it is 10-7, and there you see they are lined up for an onside kick yet again. I don't know why the CPU loves to do this late in the first half. I really do not understand it. Outside of the 1-minute warning, and they're always trying to get the onside kick. It does not work, and now they just give up amazing field position to our offense, which has been pretty stagnant in this first half here in the last couple of videos we've been watching, so that doesn't really guarantee much of anything, but we do manage to get this one in the end zone to a receiver, and it is caught for the touchdown, so you love to see that. I think that was Scott who had that one, I think. We have, I keep getting confused because we have like Steve Smith, we have a Steve Smith on our team, and then like a Sean Scott as well, and they're 88 and 84 respectively. I've mentioned that before, but we do manage to get the touchdown and take the lead over the Crush, but then in our infinite wisdom, we're going to go for the onside kick ourselves with 36 seconds left in the first half. I have no idea why we have a lead. There's literally zero reason to do that, but we give the ball to Colorado. Close to our own 10-yard line, but we do get them to 3rd and 10, so with an opportunity to get Colorado off the field again, a clean pocket, and that one is covered beautifully well. I think it was Moten who had that knockdown, that batted ball, that deflection, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a field goal, but Ball is still automatic now from just a yard further away. He had a 25-yarder, and that one was 26, so it is now a 1-point game. After 1 half of play, Colorado gets within 1 point. Now we have an opportunity on offense here coming out of the first half, and the pressure gets to Graziani immediately, and that one's going to get scooped, and it is going to be a score as he high steps away from our fullback, and gets into the end zone. So Colorado's going to keep the offense on the field for the 2-point conversion. They're going to send a man in motion. They're going to go with a handoff, and he shakes off a block or two and gets into the end zone, and the conversion is successful. So Colorado closes the gap entirely and takes a 7-point lead over your Philly Soul here in the second half. So now we need to pick things up on offense. Got to limit the mistakes if at all possible. And that one was right into the hands, right into the numbers of Mike Brown, and he cannot haul that one in as he drops that. So we're going to bring out France for a very, very long field goal, and he nails it through, man. That one looks like it was right on the bar on the left upright there. A 53-yarder, man, just absolutely nailed. Look at this, sailing through and just barely makes it. I think if that was real life, it probably would have been no good. Probably would have bounced off that left upright, but it just sneaks its way inside. So we will now send the game to 17-21, just trailing the Crush by 4 points. So we're doing a good job staying in this. Defense is working really well, and on 3rd down, the Crush try to run for it, and they cannot get it as we cover that one well. And they're going to keep the offense on the field on 4th down, and they're going to go with a handoff again, and they cannot get it. So they're going to turn the ball over in their own territory. Something that we've done ourselves in this one here. So we get pretty good field position here, but it's 3rd and 10 already from the Crush 15-yard line. Graziani gets rid of this one in a hurry, and he finds Smith yet again for the touchdown. So that is going to be the go-ahead touchdown. So it's 24-21 now as the 3rd quarter comes to a close, and now it's all going to come down to the 4th, baby. All going to come down to that 4th and final frame. What is going to happen? We really need the win over the Crush, man. This would be a massive win, and it is an interception. I think it's Mike Brown who cut that route off, saw that one from a mile away, and gets us the ball back. So this is massive, dude. This is absolutely crazy. Now we're going to bring the offense back on the field and see if we can't kind of pad our lead here. We might be able to put this one away if we can get within about 2 scores of the Crush. They might not have enough time here on offense to close that gap on us. So Graziani under some pressure. He takes his sweet time, pump fakes. Probably just needed to get rid of the ball when he pump faked. Took about a second too long, and he gets sacked, so that's going to be a 3rd down, and that's going to send us a 4th down. So we're going to bring out France, our kicker, yet again, and he's going to nail another long one, and he gets this one through, so he's good from 53 and good from 50. Someone get this dude on an NFL contract immediately. Look at this. This one's a lot better than the first one. That one's almost right down the middle. And because of the invisible wall, that one didn't go over the upright, but that one would have sailed over that net, man, right into the audience. So that's just absolutely nuts, man. So 27-21 is your score. So we do manage to get some points off of that drive, but we've only scored 6 points on our last 2 drives. So we don't take a significant lead, but on a wacky kick here, France just has the power in his leg, dude. Kicks it off the top bar on the left netting, and that makes it a free ball, basically, and Colorado can't get to it. And so we managed to recover the ball inside the 5-yard line. Now we've worked it, and Graziani tries to run this one in, and he can't. And so instead of keeping the offense on the field, we're just going to stick with France. Jeez, man. And he cannot make it. The chip shot, he misses the chip shot, but on a kick belt violation, which I have no idea what that is in the Arena Football League, no clue what that penalty is. Colorado still gets to maintain possession. We don't get to retry the attempt, but we miss a chip shot field goal. France, who's made a 50 and 53-yarder respectively, cannot nail the chip shot, and on the very next drive, on Colorado's next attempt here, it might have been the first play on first down, Colorado manages to get into the end zone. So they tie the game here, pending the extra point. They're going to take the lead. So all the good graces that we had been building here, we kind of ground out some points, got 6 points here, and just absolutely gaming and trying to stay in this one, keep a lead going, and we burn all that away on just a couple weird, wacky turn of events, all thanks to France's leg. All thanks to France's leg. All this wackiness is because of what he did, as weird as that stuff is. So now we are on offense here with an opportunity here. We need to kind of cut the lead. Graziani shakes off a potential sack and rolls out of the pocket and manages to get this one off to Mike Brown, who also shakes off a tackle but still can't get away from the boards to cut upfield. So we're going to run with the hurry up here as time is under a minute now. We are outside of the minute warning, and we have to get into the end zone. We can easily take the lead and potentially put this game away if we can just score some points at all. Even a field goal is fine. So we could really kind of burn some clock if we wanted to. Graziani's going to throw this one, rocket it to the left side of the field, and that one is bonked off of someone's helmet, I think, off of someone's back or helmet, and that one sails out of bounds over the board. So, but clock does not stop on incompletions in the Arena Football League, ladies and germs. So we're going to have to blow a timeout here to save ourselves. So with 30 seconds left to go, it is 2nd and 10 now from about midfield. Graziani drops back and pressures in his face immediately, and that one is a fumble. It's going to be ruled as a fumble, and the man who got the sack picks up his own fumble and scoops and scores. It's the second scoop and score of this game. I think that was an incompletion, but the game's going to rule it as a fumble. So now Colorado extends their lead to 8 points. So we really need some help here. That one is bobbled around by the receiver, by Scott, I think. And that one's bobbled around, and he cannot haul that one in. So 2nd and 10 now. 17 seconds left to go. We are running out of time, running out of opportunities to win this game, if at all. Graziano's going to go for the Hail Mary and bounce one off the netting, and it's bounced around by all of our receivers, and no one can come down with it. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. And essentially, with 11 seconds, you think you could try to matriculate the ball up the field, but Graziano's just going to go for the Hail Mary back-to-back time, see if it can work, and bounce off the net again. And it looks like a crushed defender might have had his hands on it, but he can't haul it in. So with 5 seconds left to go, the last play of the game, 4th and 10, we are staking everything on this play. Graziani drops back, another Hail Mary attempt, and it bounces off the bottom of the net, and it is hauled in for the touchdown. Oh my goodness, the Hail Mary worked. We bounced off the netting. We have to go for 2 now if we want to tie the ball game and send this to overtime. Graziani now is going to try and take it himself. He shimmies away, and somehow that is ruled good. I think if we reviewed that, that is not going to be counted as good, but the game gives it to us. The spotting in this game is very weird, but it counts. So we tie the game at 35 and are going to overtime in the Arena Football League. Can you believe it? We're going to OT. We are going to OT in the Bengals series, so I guess we might as well do it in our Philly Soul series as well. And on our very first offensive drive, we find Scott again, or Smith, who has an amazing day, just continues it as he gets the touchdown here, the go-ahead touchdown in overtime. Just absolutely amazing. Why couldn't we have been doing that the entire time? If we did that on the drive when it was 27-28, this game would probably be over by now, but it's fine. We take a 7-point lead here over the Crush in OT. We kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, I guess. It was glitched through the net, so they get the ball to 20, but they can't even move it an inch, basically, so it's 4th down now, 4th and 9 for the Crush. It all comes down to this play. If they cannot score on this play, then we manage to survive and win this ball game, and it is an interception. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd of the game. Moten comes down with it, and we are going to win this ball game over the Colorado Crush. Can you freaking believe it, man? The 9-3 Colorado Crush, easily one of the best teams in the American Conference. We managed to come up big and win this ball game. That is now the second top team that we've beat. We beat Dallas, and we've beat Colorado. I don't know who the top seed is in the other conference in the league at this time. just in the game, not in real life, but in the game. I don't know if it's Colorado or not. They have to be up there, either 1 or 2, and so we managed to beat them, and our record against opponents over 500, it's got to be pretty good, or at least the teams that we've beaten over 500, it makes no sense. It's just absolutely wild. So looking here, 1 yard versus their negative 1 yard in rushing. So normally, like I said, if you get at least 20 rushing yards, you're probably going to win the ball game, but neither team was really running the ball much well at all. Colorado was terrible on 3rd down. That might have really contributed to their woes, and they didn't complete a single 4th down, but we completed a couple of them. So I think that's where the edge was for us. Graziani has an absolutely amazing game with 5 touchdowns. His completion percentage is pretty bad. We had to throw the ball quite a lot because running was not really an option. Ours did have 15 yards, but I guess we had a lot more negative yardage, so that would explain it. So in the next video, we will cover the next game here, move further on as we continue to win ball games, tough ball games. So hope to see you guys in that next one.